My name is Warte Moore, and this is Dream, Design, Do. Growing up, I had a wonderful childhood. Fondest memories, gracious. I mean, they could range from going to vacation Bible school to school shopping. I remember school shopping would come around and Dad really didn't do any school shopping with us. It was Mom. And Dad sometimes really just didn't understand how important it was for a teenager or for a kid to kind of be trendy, right? So Mom would go school shopping with us and she was like, put that in the trunk of the car till Dad goes to bed. So I'm the baby of 3. I have an older sister, Anita, who is an amazing human. She is currently stationed in the Army at Fort Bragg. And I have an older brother. He was diagnosed with thyroid cancer after serving in the Navy. He was out to sea for about 4 years, came home to his wife and 4 kids, and was diagnosed with cancer. I think Tony died at the age of 40. I would say one of the hardest things that I have had to deal with is just my educational journey. I really can't remember a time that I didn't have some level of anxiety as it relates to my education. When I was about 10 years old, I was diagnosed with severe learning disability of dyslexia. Many nights around the dining room table, and both my mom and I are both in tears, just trying to figure it out. Fast forward, made it through grade school, made it through middle school, and I'm in high school now. And those 4 years fly by. And I remember talking to Miss Yvonne Moore, who was my high school counselor, senior year, junior, going into my senior year. And I said, Miss Moore, I want to go to college. So she said, Warte, talk it over with your mom and dad, and if they agree, they could sign this document and we'll put you out of the classes into regular classes. And that's exactly what I did. I was making C's and D's, but definitely trying and definitely working. I remember every single day in high school, that was my goal, is just to try to fit in, to try to make good grades, so I could go to somebody's college. In high school, I was involved in FFA. So we took a field trip to NC State and we learned about the Agricultural Institute on that field trip. So anyway, I came home and I told my mom and dad that I'm going to NC State. And my mom looked at me and she was like, okay. Filled out the application, got accepted into the Ag Institute. My major at that time was Ag Business Management. You lived on campus, you lived in the same dorms, the same professors taught the class. It was perfect for me and I was very excited. And that was an answered prayer for me too, because my family valued education and I wanted to go to a college. There I am at NC State in the Ag Institute, and the 2 years fly by, and every single day I'm doing my best. I'm sitting in the learning T, going to the office hours, and at this time I am registered with Disability Services, which is an amazing program. A lady by the name of Miss Mary Rose, who tutored me. Miss Mary Rose was amazing. She tutored me every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was at her house. I remember she had a stone house right behind Snoopy's on Hillsborough Street. And I would go there like clockwork every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and she would tutor me. It was a huge journey, getting through the Agricultural Institute, always incorporating my spiritual beliefs and believing that, all of it was just divine. Ended up graduating at the top of my class pretty much in the Agricultural Institute and was the graduation speaker. And I remember that day, and it was like surreal, realizing but not realizing the time and the energy and put in for 2 years and how it paid off. I remember going into John Russ's office, who was my academic advisor, and I said, John, I've had a great time in the Ag Institute, but these 2 years flew by. And I know that the Ag Institute is not a backdoor into the 4-year degree program, but is there any way that I could take some 4-year classes, because I really want to continue my education? I told the reception, I said, my name is Warte. I graduated from the Ag Institute in May, but I'm interested in going to the 4-year program. Who do I need to talk to? And you got to understand, I'm still shaking in my boots because I'm afraid they're going to ask me to take the SAT. And I knew if I had to take the SAT, that was going to be a wash, right? So she invited me into the office. I talked to the dean, and I explained to him that I took 2 4-year courses over the summer. Back in May, graduated from the Ag Institute. I want to go through the 4-year degree program. And he looked at me and he says, Warte, you know, none of your credits will transfer over. I said, I'm fine with starting all over, except for those 2 classes that I took through lifelong learning. And he said, well, what will your major be? And I said, agriculture. He said, okay, we can do that. You're in. I walked out with a huge smile on my face. I knew that I was going to be starting my journey on working towards a 4-year degree. I remember audibly hearing from God, and God saying, Warte, because you have put so much trust in me as it relates to your educational journey, the same way that I provided provision and gave you the wherewithal to obtain the 2-year associate's degree, that's the same way I can do it for your 4-year degree. Just trust me, right? Dream, design, do.